Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Hard Truth. Today's quote is I appeal to your own eyes as my witness and judge. And that quote is by William Henry. Have you ever played the game of musical chairs where everyone walks around a circle and when the music stops, everyone rushes to sit down, but there aren't enough chairs for everybody? Well, I have a feeling Dylan realizes that she may be caught standing when the music stops, and she may just recant. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So grab a cup of coffee or a great cup of hot tea as we begin our story. Okay, before we get to Dylan, allow me to say all this hoopla over a knife and sheath ordered from eBay or Amazon is just pretty much some more foolishness. Okay, I say this because the burden of proof in this case is on the state, not on Brian Koberger and not on Ann Taylor. Okay, if the police actually have a knife sheath with Brian's DNA on it, that really should be the end of it. And I do say if. But it's not because the defense is just going to say somebody stole his knife and sheath, planted it at the scene, and tipped off the police. And that's going to be it for that DNA knife evidence. Okay? Next witness. This is all just a distraction from the fact that they do not have the murder weapon and they did not find blood in Brian Koberger's car. That's the real elephant in the room. Okay? There's so many elephants. I mean, it's more elephants in this room than in Africa. They don't have the murder weapon. And now that they've released that they have searched his car and his parents' home, they did not find blood in his car. It is the police who are insisting that Brian arrived at the scene and left the scene in his own car. That's their narrative. Okay? According to Dylan's statement, he was dressed in all black and his hair was exposed. Okay, so we have to believe that he killed 4 people with a knife, got right back in his own car, okay, with blood on his clothes and his hair, and he didn't decide he may need to clean it until a month and a half later at his parents' house in Pennsylvania. There's no such thing as cleaning all the blood out of a car like that. The police can unassemble the entire car to find blood. And all they need is a speck of hair or a blood spot or whatever. The reason they haven't said they found blood in his car is because they know those car sightings are not Brian's car. But who cares? If we stack enough stuff together and he's convicted, who cares? The goal is a slam dunk before this even reaches a trial. Okay? That's a law enforcement's goal. And that leads me to my point about Dylan. Just imagine you are Dylan. You report a quadruple murder that occurred in the house you live in to police. They take your statement and start looking around the crime scene and canvassing the neighborhood. Okay? But once they realize your bedroom is on the second floor, right between the victims' rooms, they come back to you and they say, hey, we need you to come to the station to answer some more questions. All right. When you get to the station, they pull out a lie detector test and start leading you to say certain things so you won't go to jail. But while they're doing this, they'll assure you that it's an open and shut case. The guy that you're identifying is going to take a plea deal and you'll never have to testify. Okay? Done deal. That sounds great, yeah? But 2 months later, the guy hasn't taken a plea. Okay? The defense has gotten another lawyer, okay, on the team, and the public has been putting you on the spotlight. Okay? Even the victims' families have been, saying stuff about you. All right. Dylan has already changed her story at least one time. I believe, and this is just my opinion, if Brian doesn't take a plea soon, Dylan may recant her statements and let her lawyer deal with it from there. Well, what do you think? Do you think this makes sense what I'm saying? Okay. Let me hear from you in the comments and let's talk about it. Okay? Much love.